Oh, it's been a while since we had an intro. Thank you for putting that together. I appreciate that. You're finally doing some work. I sit here and I do all the talking, and you just make smart-ass comments every once in a while. Now thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. I did watch this Monday night after Raw, but it was so late and I was so tired and just fried from the day, and I was like, slumped over in the chair, and I was like, okay, it's like one more video game and one more silly wrestling video. Okay, I can watch this. Wasn't up for reviewing it though. So let's talk about this. It was, these are short and sweet, but some are a little more goofy than others. Some are a little more intimate, a little more revealing, And this is all, how would I say this? This is all wrapped up behind the scenes from the big comeback of the Shield that everyone was excited for. And, okay, well, everyone was excited for. But then didn't happen because everyone got sick from this spinal viral meningitis, whatever it was. Reigns is still out. I don't know if he's still sick or if they're just keeping him off TV now because they're coming up with a new plan. I have no idea. Have no clue what the short or long-term plans are for the Shield. And yes, there's been articles that, well, this is exactly what they're doing. I don't believe any of that crap. I don't believe any of it. It's like, well, it's short-term, and they're planning a breakup in 2 days, and it's crap. I don't believe any of that stuff. Because, they're going to lay out everything for you. Then why would you watch? That's just stupid. But let's talk about this. So this is based off of a possible Shield reunion that has not happened yet. That was supposed to happen but didn't. This Shield reunion table for 3 with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. Starts out by talking about them hanging out and catering and what they would, what they used to do, what they do now. A funny little story behind Dean Ambrose, his choice of sandwich, which made them just look at him like, what? Was Wonder Bread, Miracle Whip, and Cool Ranch Doritos, followed up by a he did that a lot in this. That's just out there. Said 90% of his diet is chips. That's not very healthy, Dean. I mean, it's really just. It completely explains the T-shirt. Do I look like I have a plan? Obviously not if chips is 90% of your diet. I look at my figure and I look like 90% of my diet is chips. But it's not. It's not. I have a weakness for cookies. My wife just made a crap ton of cookies over Halloween weekend, and half the bucket is gone. You get those, 5-gallon ice cream buckets, and that stack of cookies is going down quick, let me tell you. So yeah, Dean obviously has a problem with his diet. Oh, and then they were talking about the Happy Bowl sandwich. I'm sure some people got a good laugh out of the name of that, with the Texas toast and the runny egg. That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to try that sometime. That actually sounds pretty good. My wife makes a good, like fried runny / whatever egg. Good stuff. Pretty funny. And then they were also talking about losing their hair, which I know something about, and going gray, which I also know something about. They did a close-up on Seth Rollins' beard, and how it's got a little gray in there. In fact, do a close-up on Roman Reigns. He looks a little gray too. Dean Ambrose going bald, and then they showed the old video of him with Dean Ambrose messed up hair, and he flops it around, but he's got the receding hairline. Oh, goodness. That old footage of the home, like the homemade home video, whatever, backstage vignettes that they did, holding the camera in front of, and they're like, looking up into it, and justice. Those are tremendous. Who does those? No one did those. That was one of a kind. They made fun of them, but man, when they did those, man, us fans were on the edge of our seat, like, "Ooh, what are they talking about now?" It's great stuff. We could, giggle at it now, but back then it was like, oh man, they're talking about some serious stuff, and they're like, we had no clue what we were talking about back then. Yeah, those are pretty unique, and I used to try to find all those online and watch them, and God, that was 5 years ago. That's crazy. It seems like forever ago. It's really not that long ago, but in wrestling years, with everything that goes on in wrestling, it's like, wow, that's a long time ago. What else? Oh, then it was, they talked about the first few months and how the look was so, and they talked about the promos, talk a little bit about that, how funny the first promos were. Dean Ambrose was like the mic man, and everyone else just kind of followed a little bit, Roman Reigns didn't say much. He was just like, oh, here's the mic, you do the thing, I'll do the ass kicking, and that was perfect. That totally fit them. Not everybody had to cut a long, dramatic, we're going to destroy you all promo, It was just, everyone had their own thing. The look was significant, the riot gear, and then they would change it up a little bit here and there. My favorite, I think, was the masks. When they came out with the masks, that was badass. I actually went online and I'm like, oh, I need that mask. I need to find that. You can find them for like $10 on eBay. Pretty cool. What else? And then joking about the turtlenecks. The first night they came out in the turtlenecks and powerbombed Ryback, and their first promo pic that they took, they're in the turtlenecks, looking tough. And then they talked about the breakup, also trying to become singles competitors again, and how awkward that was, that they had to get used to being, doing their own thing, and what are they going to go back to as far as ring gear and how they picked that. Reigns was the easiest. Reigns didn't change anything other than his chest plate and the color scheme a little bit. That was it. Everyone else kind of did their own thing a little. What else? They talked about a couple other things. The funniest part of that, becoming singles guys again, and talking about shaving things, shaving their legs, going back to trunks, and then they'd have to shave or shave their chest or whatever. They said a funny part of Seth Rollins when he was in NXT before the Shield is he would shave his thighs and not shave his from knee on down, because he had the kick pads. He didn't have to shave his whole leg. He just would shave his thighs up to his trunks. That's crazy. I can't even imagine doing it. That's hilarious. It's like, okay, well, you're going to shave all over. No, but he wouldn't shave. He would shave half his legs. That's hilarious. They also gave an honorable mention to Joey Mercury, who was behind the scenes guy of a lot of the Shield stuff when they started. And they talked about how they missed Joey Mercury. And it's not, that's something that was not talked about a lot when he left the company. It was very, if you found something online about it, you were lucky, because it wasn't like a thing that hit all the headlines like, oh, Joey Mercury's gone from the WWE. I'd have to go back and find out when he left. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I guess he's wrestling again. I don't know. I just hope he's okay, because if you remember back from the CM Punk DVD, he had some demons, so I hope he's all right. So, but yeah, I mean, this is behind the scenes, little stories like that. That's really fun, really fun. I don't know how many people know that about Joey Mercury. That's really cool, Then he had that. He was like the fourth member, So yeah, it was a cool little special. It's about 20 minutes long, not too long. I would love to see like the full uncut version of this someday. And and maybe it's not that much longer, but I'm sure they're sitting around telling some other stories too. But whatever, yeah. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought of it if you watch these. I like watching these because some of them, not all of them are fun, but some of them are more interesting than others. I think a really funny one, if you want to go back and watch one, is The New Day. About a year after their inception, talking about getting together and stuff. That's a very good one. I highly recommend that one. It's a very entertaining one. Funny and interesting at the same time. So that's it for this one. I do enjoy talking about these unique things that they do put on the WWE Network. I don't talk a lot of WWE stuff anymore. Just everybody talks about WWE stuff, so I try to keep it a little different on here. But I do like these specials, and I do like talking about them. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this special. If you want to give me some feedback. Are you happy with the Shield reunion so far? That's it really hasn't happened. It's like the stepdad stepped in. Kurt Angle, and it's like, hey, we're the Shield, but not really the Shield. Oh, and now over in Europe, Triple H has joined the Shield. If you haven't seen that, go look it up. The footage is everywhere. It's a riot. The guy who destroyed the Shield is now wearing the riot gear. I don't even know what to say about that. It's hilarious. Ring that bell for notifications. Like the vid. We are on the road to 400 subscribers. We're almost there. We're this close. Give the channel a sub. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road for the next one. Have a good weekend.